Star Trek just topped Enterprise's classic Carbon Creek episode. Carbon Creek from Star Trek. Enterprise has long been regarded as one of the franchise's most underrated gems. Its quiet charm, intimate storytelling, and surprisingly emotional payoff helped it stand out as a character-centric detour that deepened the Vulcan mythology in unexpected ways. But over 2 decades later, Star Trek has done the impossible, topped it. In a recent installment of Strange New Worlds, the franchise delivered an episode that not only captures the spirit of Carbon Creek, but elevates its formula to new, emotionally resonant heights. Why Carbon Creek worked so well? First, let's appreciate why Carbon Creek has held such a warm place in Star Trek fans' hearts. The episode centers around Topple telling a story about her ancestors' accidental visit to Earth in 1957. It's a soft, nostalgic narrative far removed from the technobabble and action-driven plots typical of early Enterprise. Instead, it's a story about connection, observation, and the growing empathy between species who aren't supposed to understand each other, not yet, anyway. The magic of Carbon Creek lies in its restraint. There are no Grand Federation stakes or time travel anomalies. It's about Vulcans hiding in a Pennsylvania coal mining town, one of them falling in love with humanity's potential, and the difficult choice to leave it all behind. It's a bottle episode that quietly redefines a character Topple and plants a deeper seed of emotional continuity in Vulcan-human relations. So when Strange New Worlds dropped its latest character-driven episode with a similarly self-contained structure, few expected it would deliver such a powerful punch. Strange New Worlds, The Lost Memory, breaks the mold. Strange New Worlds Season 3 has already proven itself to be bold in its experimentation. From musical episodes to courtroom dramas, it's never shied away from playing with form. But Episode 7, titled The Lost Memory, took a quieter, more meditative turn, one that echoed Carbon Creek in both tone and thematic purpose. In The Lost Memory, Spock experiences sudden flashes of a life he never lived, memories of a Vulcan science officer stranded on a pre-warp world in the 22nd century. As the crew investigates, it's revealed that these memories belong to a previously unknown Vulcan who lived among an isolated agrarian community for decades, subtly guiding their development in a non-invasive way. Using a recovered Vulcan artifact, Spock experiences this life firsthand, not as a simulation, but through a full-on mind-melody immersion. The emotional core, Spock's quiet revelation. What makes this episode so extraordinary isn't just the mystery or the clever way it connects with the Vulcan cultural ethos. It's the emotional vulnerability Spock is forced to confront. By living through the memories of another Vulcan who chose compassion over protocol, he's forced to reconsider his own strict adherence to logic. The story functions both as a standalone narrative, much like Carbon Creek, and as a turning point for Spock's internal journey, where Carbon Creek asks Topple and the audience to acknowledge that Vulcans may have connected with humans far earlier than official records show. The Lost Memory demands that Spock confront the possibility that embracing emotion isn't a weakness, it's a legacy. This Vulcan predecessor didn't just observe the local population. She loved them, learned from them, and ultimately sacrificed herself to protect them. Her death isn't dramatic. It's quiet, unnoticed by history, but deeply felt by Spock. Brilliant performances and subtle world building. What elevates the episode even further is the performance of Ethan Peck, who delivers one of his most nuanced portrayals of Spock to date. The duality he brings, embodying both Spock and the female Vulcan in the mind-meld memories, is hauntingly effective. The writing avoids melodrama, instead favoring quiet introspection and philosophical tension. Just as Carbon Creek gave us a beautifully grounded look at 1950s America through alien eyes, The Lost Memory offers a unique twist. It's not Earth that's being explored here, but a brand new civilization that mirrors humanity in its early struggles. This choice distances the episode from nostalgia and gives it a more universal quality, showing that the Vulcan trait of curiosity and empathy extends far beyond Earth. Topping a classic by embracing its spirit. It's not often that modern Trek tries to top a fan favorite from decades past, and rarer still that it succeeds. But The Lost Memory isn't trying to replicate Carbon Creek, it's honoring its spirit. Both